It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Herbert on first down now. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A give running right is Chubb. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
That's a big loss of footing, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
11 empty, 11 mighty, 11
Burrow on play action. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Burrow. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Touchdown, L.A. Nick Chubb, 55 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 12.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Vikings! Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown grab. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was all finished on the touchdown reception by Ezekiel Elliott. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown. Touchdown. lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he'll get this down around the 47-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Thomas, 11 MP, 12.
They go play action with Burrow. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
It's showtime, baby.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Always got some breathing room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, it's Herbert. Steps away. That's complete to Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Holding offense.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's got Hurst as tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's 1 play at a time, baby.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. God.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
11 MT, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11
to throw
mighty.
again on second down.
That's complete to Tony.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41,
Burrow. And that'll be caught by Tony. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Here we go.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on a 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now back to the ground with Elliott.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4.
Burrow, open man right side is Tony.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 3rd down, Elliott. Able to avoid him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
run again on first down. Chubb. And some room to maneuver.
177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Nick Chubb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Rams are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Here we go.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Burrow. Able to find Judy.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing, Burrow. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted at second down. He's got Elliott.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They run it again with Chubb. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Second and 5. On second, here's Algier. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll run for it with Algier. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. A little under 40 seconds to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down.
11 mighty.
To throw, Burrow. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Here we go. 11 Thomas.
Burrow. Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
Gotta go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Burrow.
And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game.
The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody.